Hey there, everybody. We are processing a basket this afternoon. I was cleaning out, I was doing the ephemera packs. I was putting the ephemera packs together that I have in the Etsy store right now. Please see the link in the description box below. And I ended up with all of this leftovers that I thought I liked. They're like some of my favorite things, and I just wanted to keep them and play with them. I thought we could go through here and just sort and probably do some cutting. I have a project in mind after this one, and I need some text pages, so I'm going to pull some text pages out of here. This leftover coffee and cocoa page from, I think this was the Princess Something cookbook, was just wildly awesome, and I cannot wait to try some of these leftover coffee recipes. I know people are going, leftover coffee? You have leftover coffee? And sometimes I do. I make 2 pots of coffee today. This is super cool. This is Lana Turner. This is a magazine called Quick, and it is from 1952? 1951. Thought it was really super cool. So I did want to, honestly, the images in here are so rich that I may do some of these images as, as just like a digital print kind of thing over at the Etsy store. I thought this was so pretty and I loved it. So I think we're going to use this in our little project. I did have a McCall's pattern, and I love these and thought that I could cut those out as well. Another children's pattern here, cut those out as well. And, I've just got things to look at in here. So I thought that we could do this together and it would be a lot of fun, and hopefully my little digits will hold out and we can do some cutting. I like some of these images that I see, but because, they're in magazines, and what I want to do is transform the images. The best way to do that is to just kind of start cutting around what is the images that are here, and then kind of rearrange the images or reimagine them as something else. Since you don't really want to use something that is appears in a magazine. You just want to do something a little different. So I think that is what we're going to do here. So I'm going to cut around this image because I do like it. And I've already looked on the back. We do that, right? So you forget to look on the back, and it's like, oh, darn, man, I should have used what was on the back. Another really fun way to handle just cutting out, like harvesting magazines or harvesting images, is to do something really simple, just cut out a little heart here. And, we might cut out some flowers or something like that. Another thing is we're going to harvest the words. I love the word inevitable, and you hardly ever see it in print. And look at that print. Isn't that really pretty right there? My objective in doing this little project is I want to do a masterboard. And the masterboard, I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to try and photograph it in 8.5 by 11 sections so I can offer it to my patrons over at Patreon as a printable. And I think that'll be super cool. Because this is text, I think what I'll do with this is just tear it up. So I'm just going to put it over here just like it is now. This is a super nice swatch of blue, and that may make a nice background for something. So let's put that over here. Now I'm going to kind of dump this in my trash basket. All right, so do you see this image here is absolutely gorgeous. And this is really pretty too, but I kind of like this. So let's just kind of cut this out. and we'll just transform it into something totally different. I think it's super fun to get magazines that are like art magazines and rethink the images, just kind of rethink what you're doing. I see a lot of things that I want to use here. Again, I'm just going to use this in a large hunk and put it over here in my possibilities package. I like the word person right here, so we're going to cut that out. The idea, you guys, is to use what I'm cutting out. Y'all know that I don't do a lot of storage. And I know that freaks some people out. It's just how I do things. I like to utilize what I have. I have done storage before. I forget what I have, even if it's organized. I'll kind of just forget that it's there. And that's no good, you know. All right, I think we've this could be faux painty paper when you kind of think about it. All right, I think I have done everything with that one that I could. That's quite pretty too. That's quite pretty too, but I kind of like this one. Again, you know, a faux painty paper. I don't know what book this came from or even where it came from. I think that it may have come from maybe Michelle. I just don't remember. Let's take the word discover. That out like that. I like the word roots. Oh, this one says roots and wings. That's nice, isn't it? Roots and wings. All right, so we got that. Let's see if there's anything gleanable on the back. It's a nice quote that says, some days there won't be a song in your heart, but sing anyway. But we're just going to use the sing anyway part. I forgot to put a link to the gloves that I've been wearing. I'll do that in the description box below. These gloves are awesome. My friend Jody calls them day gloves. And they have become my best friends. I have had a lot of issues with my digits of late. And I think that this is actually helping. Chris bought these for me for Christmas. Love this quote. Inspiration exists, but it has to find you working. I think there's another quote similar to this that says it needs to find you at your desk. Kind of love that. So this is a nice quote that we could add to our masterboard. If you guys are enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up. And please just consider doing, you can click thanks and send me a thank you, which I super, super duper appreciate. I like this clock, and I think we can probably alter that. You can buy me a coffee. I'll put that link below as well. Another thing that is crazy awesome when you are supporting art and artists. It's important, you know, especially now that we that we support originality, because, you know, I've been reading about all of this artificial intelligence and especially the AI robots that are writing. You guys probably remember that I'm a writer and I've written books, and it's quite disturbing in so many ways to you know, to recognize that it's the very same feeling that people who have been replaced by robots probably have. You just are, you know, kind of shocked and overwhelmed, and I don't think that I can be a content provider anymore because the robots are taking my jobs. And it's really happening. I mean, it's like a real thing. Okay. We are always the same age inside. I asked my mama yesterday, she was being so funny. And she was remembering something that I could not remember. We were talking about the weather. And it's been really, really, really annoyingly windy up here. And I said, Mama, I had left her a message, and I said, Mama, I couldn't remember what that thing was that we used to say about March. And she was like, March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb. And I was like, so how old are you? And she went, 18. And she's 85. But man, oh man, she's like sharp as a tack. It's amazing. I mean, I hope that bodes well for me, you know, as I, you know, get a bit older. I love this, but I'm going to separate these images because I love the eye patch here. I'm just going to cut that out. Do you hear the wind? It's just shocking. It's a wee much for this little girl. We were also, Mom and I were talking about how I weigh 100 pounds and I'm 5 feet tall. Haven't grown since I was 12. And my mom was, we always joke when it's windy because my dad would always say, if you don't eat something, you're going to blow away. So when I was a little girl, I was terrified of when the wind came. It was like, oh no, I'm gonna blow away, like Daddy says. I like that, but I think I'd like it better if it was in a bunch of little pieces like that. All right. See what else we can fiddle around with in the basket. We said we did want to cut some of these apart. Before I do that, I mean, this would make something kind of really neat to go on this masterboard as well. So you can see that I'm getting quite like a collection over here of things to play with. Again, this is not going to be stored. This is going to be used. It will be utilized quite quickly. If you want to do things like this and you want to store them, more power to ya. We all do things a different way. You know, we all think different things. You know, express your individuality. If you love to cut things and then sort through them and then, you know, categorize them and save them for a rainy day and things like that, that's super cool. You do you. You do what you like to do, what makes your heart happy. And for some folks, you know, the sorting, I love to sort things, but I don't like to store things. Like I said, I forget about them. All right, so we got a little girl here. I think we'll do this one. Man, I remember wearing dresses like this. Do y'all? Oh, man, I hated to wear a dress. Oh, so annoying. But, you know, that's what you did way back in the day. You wore little dresses. I never had my hair done, though. I didn't wear pigtails or anything like that. Sorry. So tell me about your masterboard projects. Have you done them? Did you enjoy them? Did you turn them into something? I can see like a masterboard being a, you know, almost a surface, a substrate for things like, you know, maybe a vision board or something like that. And that's always a cool project. I think a vision board is super keen if you are of a certain ilk, or if you are very young, you know, like wanting your first house or something like that. Really fun to have vision boards. But, you know, us over not young, older people can do vision boards too. I think as we get older, and I've talked about this a lot, you know, we tend to forget our favorite things and our favorite colors and stuff like that, because we are, because we you know, have gotten so wrapped up in what our spouse likes or what our kids like or whatever, that we kind of forget, you know, what did we used to like before the fam came along? What colors did we gravitate to? What colors did we gravitate to and we don't particularly care for anymore? My color was always red when I was a little girl, but now I really do like blue and I really do like yellow. Kind of just a change. When Corey was little and he went to daycare, they had to talk about their favorite color, you know. So there was this bulletin board, and it open house one night, and it had all the favorite colors of the kids. And, you know, some people liked yellow, and some people liked orange, and some people liked red, and some people liked purple or whatever. Corey's favorite color was black. And that's it. The bulletin board was funny. You know, so you had all these colors, and then you had Corey's black. But, you know, it's okay. It's okay. He did like black. He thought that black was like really simple and easy and interesting. Alright guys, we are almost done with our cutting out. I did find a few more text pages that we could use. So I think we are, I think we're just going to use this and make masterboards. So stay tuned and we'll be back. Video 2 will be about using your magazine harvest to make a masterboard. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. Have a good day. Bye.